Computer. All right, there we go. Let's get this show on the road. So, hi everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday night free necklace call. My name's Carolyn. I want to introduce Dawn Kayahui. She is an area leader on our team, and she has been in Park Lane for less than a year. I don't want to take away her story, but she has just been amazing. She has promoted twice. She's on track to earn the next travel trip. And she's also a big part of a promotion that her team is working on right now. And I just love her heart and her work ethic. And she works full time. So I thought you guys would love to hear from her. So I'll mute myself. Dawn, if you just want to share a little bit about your story, that would be great.
Hi, Carolyn. Thank you for those words. I am so happy to be part of Carolyn's BFFs and then, of course, Jeremy's Rock Stars and our major team is Team Sparkle. We get such great training, and I love these opportunities to get to talk and share my story. So I'm still not used to it, but here goes. So I joined 8 months ago. I have been buying Park Lane since 2018 from a lady out of Texas. So I absolutely loved how she did her live. And I was like, this must be such a fun job. I could never do what she does. But fast forward, I was invited to a party in June, or I guess it had to be June. And Jeremy, or my recruiter and my leader now, he was just so fun. And I absolutely loved how she presented, how she was just like the rest of us. And me, I am 51 years old. I have been working for the same company as an accountant for 29 years. And I know that that is a crazy amount of time to spend with one company. I brought up my children there, you know, they have provided for us, but there's, I need a challenge. So this definitely helps me, with a challenge. And I've always loved fashion, always loved jewelry. I love to dress up, even when I don't have to. So this is one of those things that, I needed a community of women as well. And I believed whenever I met Jeremy, she was just like, oh, let's come to a free necklace night. And I was like, oh, sure. This is just another sales pitch or whatever. But once I started hearing how great the women are, how they cheer for each other, for every, there is no shortage of cheerleaders in our group. So I really have felt at home with this group of women. And, the amount of training you get, it's however much training you want, it's all there. I have a team now. I wasn't sure. In other groups and other companies, I had always been low man on the totem pole. And I worked really, really hard and always wondered, how do these women get these teams? Well, in our team, they help us promote people and want to they want to see you do well. So they have really helped me and cheered me on. I'm now an area leader. I have an amazing team. Um, and one of the major things that really stuck in my brain whenever I was listening to this free necklace night was, hey, you get free jewelry to give away, as much jewelry as you want to give away. You just work the business, and this company provides that jewelry. And I was like, I love to be generous, and this doesn't come out of my paycheck. What? I love that. And then the major thing was the trips. So in other companies, you had to be an executive level before you got a trip. And in this company, you do not. Everybody starts at the same level. They help each other. They give you sales ideas. They give you free graphics. I mean, I'm just making sure that I'm hitting everything I wanted to hit here. But my main thing is I have so many new friends. being an empty nester, and Carolyn knows what that's like now. Being an empty nester, there's times when I like wouldn't really speak to anyone at night. So I needed something to do, especially on cold winter nights in Oklahoma. So this has really helped hit that for me. And I love this community. So that's just a little bit about my story.
Well, thank you so much, Dawn. That was perfect. And yes, I do know what it's like to be an empty nester now. And I feel like I had a precursor to it because, I had teenagers that didn't want to hang out with me anyways
Mhm.
for a little bit of time. But then it was still different when the last one moved out and like there is no one here except my husband who could go
Mhm.
2 weeks without talking. So
Yes,
this is my community too. So thank
it
you for
is.
sharing. That was perfect.
You're welcome.
So can anybody relate to anything that Dawn said? I mean, just put a one in the comments if you can relate. If you like a challenge, or if you like jewelry, or if you like fashion, or if you just need people to talk to. So, for those of you that I've not met, my name's Carolyn. I have been with Park Lane for 4 years now. And I was with another jewelry company for 18 years, and that company suddenly closed their doors. And I was so, so sad because that was my community. Those were my friends. But back then, that was like pre-COVID, and you had to get together in person really to see people. We didn't do Zoom stuff like this very much, if ever. And so it was tougher to build a team and to build a community because a lot of people weren't willing to drive or commit that time in person. And then after COVID happened and I ended up joining Park Lane, then we started doing all this virtual stuff and our team just grew so much. And the training, like Dawn mentioned, has been so invaluable to everybody because no matter where you live, you can get the same great training as if you were my next door neighbor and or if you were Dawn's next door neighbor. And I love that. So just to give you like the punchline, if you're because I know everybody else sit here, if I tell you all the details, you'll just be sitting there going, yep, but what's it cost? So you can actually join Park Lane for as little as $129. That normally gets you $500 in free jewelry. But today is like our last night of the accounting period for February because our weeks end on Wednesday. And they've been doing this promotion for the month of February. I think they were calling it Share the Love. So if you were to join tonight, you would get to pick out $700 in jewelry for 129 bucks. And we train you, we do your launch party, you get the free jewelry from that, and you have a website for an entire year with no quotas and no monthly fees. So I'm just going to tell you that up front so you know, and that way you're not sitting there thinking the whole time, yeah, but I bet this is expensive. So let's talk a little bit about the people of Park Lane. They've been around. We're in our 70th year. This isn't some company that pops up one day and goes out of business tomorrow. Our CEO has promised to never go affiliate, which, if you don't know what that means, there are certain direct sales companies that built up their workforce and, motivated people to build teams and do different things. And then they cut their commissions or they took away what they could earn from their teams. And Park Lane has vowed to never do that. We all earn at least 30% commission and we can work our way up to earning 50% commission and we never go backwards. So there are so many things that this company has put into place because they value people over profits. And they have just seen how we have grown and grown and grown and just done better and better. And they are not selfish. Our CEO and his two brothers, they purchased the company from their parents, who their parents started it in the 50s. The three brothers purchased it in the early 2000s and they only keep 2% of the profit for themselves and the rest they pour back into the programs. So when I talk about everything they do for us and you're like, gosh, how can they possibly do all of that? Just remember it's because they don't keep 20 to 30% like most owners do. They only keep 2% for themselves. So let's dive in. Jewelry. I mean, why jewelry? First of all, the nice thing about jewelry is it is a visual product. I almost never go out in public where I do not get a compliment on my jewelry. Whether it's a doctor's appointment and they're taking lab and she's complimenting my bracelets, or if I'm donating blood at the Red Cross, or if I'm in the checkout line at Walmart, someone compliments my jewelry and you could just say thank you and you could go on about your day because you all probably already wear cute jewelry some days. Or if you were a Park Lane rep, you could say, thank you so much. It's a line of jewelry from out of Chicago that I rep for. Have you heard of Park Lane? And then they could join your VIP group and they could start shopping with you. You could help them get free jewelry by doing a party for them. Another reason why I love jewelry is because it's not a what is the word? Brand loyalty product. Like nobody has to quit wearing their brand and switch to your brand. They don't have to quit taking this supplement and switch to this supplement. If the jewelry is priced right and they like it, they will buy it. So I love that. And then specifically Park Lane jewelry, it's all lead free, nickel free, cadmium free, and hypoallergenic. So when you run into people with sensitive skin or sensitive ears, usually they can wear our jewelry. And we have a wide variety of price points. So we have the $20, $30 stuff. And then we have like the stuff that goes up to $200, but nobody ever has to pay that. Do me a favor, put an S in the chat if you have ever shopped our customer sale. Because once you've shopped the sale once, you're like, oh, I get it. This jewelry is not expensive. This jewelry is affordable. But I have a lot of friends that would not want to shop our jewelry if it was $5 jewelry. They want the nice, classy, designer inspired pieces, like my earrings. These are Gucci inspired. What else do I have on? This bracelet right here. This is a Yerman inspired bracelet. Instead of hundreds or thousands, ours is like $50. And they could get that as a half price item for 25. So we have a wide variety of price points and styles. We have dainty delicates, we have career wear, and we have tons of designer inspired pieces. So I think our customers love the jewelry line for the quality and the style. And then the programs, the things that Park Lane does for you, whether you're a customer, a hostess, or a stylist, they take such good care of you and they will take such good care of your friends, whether they become a customer, a hostess, or a stylist. And the nice thing about this is when you become a stylist, you still get to take advantage of these customer perks and the hostess perks and the stylist perks. So let's talk about what they do for customers. I see we have lots of people who have experienced our sale before. So if you haven't, just know we always have a buy two, get four at half price sale, which means you or your customers or whoever's shopping, they pay full price for the two least expensive items, and then they can get up to four more expensive items at half price. Now you may be sitting there thinking, so I don't make any money off those half price items? You do. So the full and the half price items become like the net total, and you're going to make 30 to 50% commission off of that. What? We make money off the half price items? Yes, we do. That was my big shocker when I first looked into this company. Because in my previous company, if I gave away half price items, I didn't make any money off of those. So I love that sale. On top of that, when our customers spend 90, every week they can get a bonus item. Like this week, they can actually get two bonus items, which means they can go back shopping and they could get something like my gem bracelet. This or one of our mainline impression bracelets, they retail for over $100. Our customers never pay that. We usually don't even let them get it for half price because when they spend 90, we can get them an expensive item for $35. So our sale is amazing. Plus we have things like style drops. See my pretty little heart bracelet? This is called Be Mine. This is an exclusive limited edition bracelet. It's valued around $200, but right now, when a customer spends 40, they can get this for $35. That makes your VIP group, or whether you're, I don't know, there are so many social media platforms out there. You're an Instagrammer, a Snapchatter, a TikToker, a Facebooker, wherever you have your social media playground, you're able to post these special things all the time. And we always have new content coming out. And like Dawn said, we get free graphics. Our team has a graphic designer that makes stuff just for our team. And Park Lane also puts out graphics that we can use. And you're allowed to make your own graphics. I have heard there are companies that won't let you make your own graphics, which I think, why? But no, you can make your own graphics here too, if you want to. But if you don't like to make graphics, like I don't like to make graphics, I just use the ones that other people make for me most of the time. So sales amazing. That keeps your customers engaged and loving shopping with you. The other person that they totally take advantage of, that they totally take care of, and these people take advantage of what Park Lane offers, is the hostess. When somebody decides to host a girls' night, she just invites her girlfriends to a Facebook party or a Zoom party or a sip and shop at a restaurant or at her home. And just for gathering her girlfriends, Parkland is going to give her 4 half-price items that you make commission off of. They're going to give her any expensive item for $35 as a thank you item. Plus, they're going to give her free credit for every order that's placed on her party. She gets $20 free per order, orders 1 through 9. And then as soon as she gets to a 10th order, they double it to $40 per order. So she gets $400 free or more with a 10 order show because there's no cap on that. 15 orders would be 600. 20 orders would be 800. You get the idea. Plus, we have two $50 awards we can incentivize her with. We can purchase these Fast 50s for $10 a piece. I like to tell my hostess if she has 10 people there, like watching live or they're in person, I'll give her $50. Or if we get 2 bookings from her party, I'll give her $50. If she does both of those things, I'm going to pay $20 to give her an extra $100 worth of jewelry. Park Lane's going to give her $400. She's going to get $500 in jewelry and it's going to cost me $20. Is that a good deal? We shall be going, yes, that is such a good deal. The hostess just pays sales tax and shipping. But even if the hostess, if she spends $90 on her half price items, she even gets free shipping. I mean, it's so, so amazing. And when a friend books from her party, she gets an extra expensive item for $35 at that party. So that is what helps keep your business going forward. If you're looking into doing any sort of direct sales, you really want something that has a good party plan like this. Otherwise, you have to go out and find each individual person to buy your product. But with Park Lane, your friend who has a party for you brings you her 10 friends. They see the jewelry, they love it. Some of them book parties, they bring you their 10 friends, and that's how your business keeps going. So let's talk about the perks that you get when you're a stylist. Dawn said she joined for the trips. We do have amazing trips. We got back from Dublin in the fall. We were in Paris back in the spring. We leave for St. Thomas in a couple weeks. Then we go to Zurich this coming fall, and we're in the process of earning a trip to Cancun. And Dawn is already over 50% of the way there, and we're only 2 months into the 5-month trip contest. And some people on the team have already earned it. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh, we're already 2 months in, I can't earn it. You can. We had someone join our team last year at the end of March, and it goes through May, and she earned Zurich for 2. So this is so attainable if you're willing to get in and do parties and invite people to free necklace calls. It's so fun to build a team. And even if you don't want to build a team and you don't want to go on trips, you can just join and sell jewelry. Would an extra $300 a month make a difference for you? $500 a month? $1,000 a month? These are very real and possible numbers. We can't ever promise any amount, but I have parties where I make over $500 in one party. So the potential here to make significant income is real, whether you want to build a team or not. So, talked about the trips. You can do fundraisers for nonprofits, and Park Lane donates 50% of the sales to the nonprofit, plus pays you commission out of the other 50%. All the free jewelry that Dawn was talking about, we can earn over $1,100 in free jewelry every single month. That heart necklace that she was wearing, I don't know if any of you caught that, but that hasn't been dropped yet. And she was able to earn that in the month of February just from her sales. And that will probably drop. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it dropped tomorrow. Could drop tomorrow. But we're able to earn specialty pieces before they come out. Plus, we can earn over $1,000 in jewelry every month that we get to choose. Plus, we can be our own hostess. So you get free jewelry from being a hostess where you can shop on that party as a customer. So you can get the customer deals, the hostess rewards, and make the commission. It is so good. I was not allowed to do this in my former company. They would have called that cheating. But Park Lane says, no, that's our system. Work the system. Use the system. So you can make all this money. You never go backwards if you choose to build a team and you promote and anybody on your team gets out. You never get demoted. You don't lose your title. You don't lose your commission level. So you could come in as a fashion director earning 30%, have one person join your team, get a 5% pay raise. If that person got out, you'd still keep your 35% commission rate. You don't have to requalify every month. I'm trying to talk to the pain points that I hear other people deal with from other direct sales companies and some of the pain points that I had in my previous company. So let's talk about the kits. Oh, wait, let's real quick, our direct appoint program. So if you've ever been a leader in another direct selling space, and you've built a team, you could interview and possibly qualify for a direct appoint position where they bring you over at a comparable leadership level, already earning 40 to 50%. So Park Lane is the first and only company I have ever seen that does that. So let your person who invited you know if that applies to you, because we would love to get you connected to the right person. So our kits, I told you at the beginning, are you can get it started for as little as 129, and right now you get to pick out $700 worth of jewelry. You would have to sign up by midnight to get that extra 200, but don't worry, you don't have to pick out your jewelry tonight. You just go click your friend's website, click join our team, enter her information, sign up, and you'd have a week to pick out your jewelry. And in that amount of time, we'll give you suggestions and we'll help you with that whole process. But if you're like, I want more jewelry than $700. That's okay. We have a medium sized kit. It's called our business kit. It's $229. You get to pick out $1,000 worth of jewelry. Right now, $1,200. Or our boss kit is $439. And with that, you get to pick out $2,000 worth of jewelry, which right now would be $2,200 with the extra 200. But no matter which kit you choose, you get a website for an entire year. You will not have to pay anything again until you've been in for 365 days. And when that time comes, if you think this is amazing, I love it, you would pay $130 to renew your website. You don't have to pay monthly. You don't have any minimums. Nobody's got quotas hanging over your head. You would just decide if it's worth it at that time. And I appreciate that so much because your first month, you might think, I don't know if it's worth it. Or your first month, you might love it. And your sixth month, you might think, no. I mean, if there's anything I know, is our emotions, we go like this. And since you only have to decide once a year whether you want to stay in, and $130, that is probably the commission from an average party or a below average party. That's like half the commission from an average party. So, anyways, it's so easy. Oh, MCP. Thank you, Dawn. You can also earn a Mercedes car. So, when you build a team and you have the right amount of sales, which I thought this was going to be impossible. I thought, again, you had to be some huge, huge executive with a giant team. And a number of us on the team earned it in our first couple of months. Dawn recently earned it, right, Dawn? Yep, Dawn's in the club. Barbara's in the club. I'm going to stop talking right now because I'm going to miss somebody. We have a lot of ladies on our team, and you can choose to drive a white Mercedes. They'll pay you up to $700 a month to cover your Mercedes car payment. You can lease it, or if you choose to buy one, you can, which is after 3 years of just taking the cash, because I was like, this isn't real. This isn't going to last. So for 3 years, I took a $500 a month cash bonus rather than getting the car. And then my kids got bigger. Nobody ever rides with me but my dogs. So I got a Mercedes SUV last January. And it's really nice because Park Lane makes the car payments. So, and my husband is driving my old minivan. But it's just been so much fun. And the community is awesome. The support is incredible. So if any of this sounds at least a little bit enticing to you, I say why not give it a try? For $129, you get to pick out $700 worth of jewelry. And in 3 to 6 months, if you don't like it, you can just quit. It's not like you're married to this at all. And in a year, when it's time to re up your website, you just wouldn't re up your website. You don't have to like cancel a contract. There's no auto ship. There's no, it's just easy. Uh, so I'm going to give you a keyword and I'm going to put our little guest survey in the chat. That is your ticket. When you fill out that survey, that is your ticket to go into the drawing for our free necklace tonight. And the keyword, what do I want the keyword to be? Let's just make it Cancun. 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 I can't tell you how many times I have tried to spell that and I have messed it up. It's very simple, Cancun. But if you misspell it, I'll know what you meant and you'll still be in the drawing. So thanks for coming tonight. I'm going to stop the recording. That way, if any of you are here live and you want to ask questions, you can.